In the last 30 years, humanity has shifted more in 30 years than it has what we've been able to measure over thousands of years. So our bodies and our physical selves have not really regulated to the expansion of our consciousness. And that's when we created Vibeonix to be this like coaching company where I was going to start coaching people on understanding emotions so you could be more aware and like really manage your emotions. So emotions weren't taking you to these really crazy places, which now we will call mental illness or mental health, right? Well, at the core of mental health, in my opinion, is emotional management and emotional awareness. And so you can feel fear, you can get a message of fear and not be diagnosed as anxiety, but it's just a normal human response. But here's something kind of that I've learned. In the last 30 years, humanity has shifted more in 30 years than it has what we've been able to measure over thousands of years. So our bodies and our physical selves have not really regulated to the expansion of our consciousness. And so that's why so many people feel extreme amounts of confusion and fear and frustration. And that's why mental health is at its highest, because our physical bodies have not been able to expand and hold that level of energy and consciousness that humanity has expanded to over the last 30 years.
And so where Vibeonix comes in, it informs. And so this is where I want to see, how it's impacting.
Yeah.
As far as I understand it, you're working with other providers where you can use the Vibeonix as a tool and maybe you can explain that. Well, certainly you can explain that better, but then how the information that Vibeonix can provide from this AI technology, then how is that used to improve somebody's well-being?
Okay, well, these are good questions. And I also want to know, we want to get to some of those literally personal places too. Yeah. So we shifted everything about a year and a half ago, where we split it up into two different companies. One company is very focused on voice analysis AI, and we are finding it's really cool. AI, so we don't have like ChatGPT or... I mean, we did incorporate ChatGPT to help run our emotional intelligence guide within our app and, compiled some data there. But we really built our own AI. And the purpose of it is to give people a greater self-awareness of what they may not know or maybe aren't aware of, or even like asking the questions to themselves, like, what is happening? Because in the world of emotion, we just haven't had a lot of knowledge. And so without knowledge, people create a lot of panic and fear and anxiety and don't know how to make sense of what's happening, right? So our goal is to objectively measure your voice. So it's not a third party subjectively analyzing what's going on with you, or you kind of in a state of unknowing, trying to analyze yourself, right? It's like objectively just say, hey, here's a voice sample that we analyze just like a brain wave, like an audio wave, and say, here's what we can depict in this moment right now. And what's really how it's helping a lot of people is realizing emotion is very fluid. We are not our emotion. And I think if you used our technologies for a couple weeks, the awareness that you are not your emotion is probably one of the greatest gifts that you could give yourself. Like, I'm experiencing emotion because I'm a human being, but I am not fear. Therefore, I am not anxiety. I am not depression. Therefore, I am not depressed. These are just things I'm experiencing to help me remember who I really am, which is pure love and light.